day of our trip, unexpected snowfall hit, making April feel like January again. But our hopes weren't gone because we were heading to Ljubljana, where the weather was supposed to be much better. We opted for a train trip this time. It might have taken an hour or two longer, but it was definitely more scenic. Our hotel, very minimalistic, and the view is supposed to be okay. Some Slavic garages over there and a couple of beautiful buildings. I think we'll unpack and we'll go to the city and hopefully see something today, because tomorrow and the day after tomorrow we planned some trips, so we won't be spending too much time in the city, and I hope to see it like today and maybe the other days in the afternoons as well. Although Ljubljana is a capital city, its population is only about 300k, which makes it really cozy and walkable. That said, it was a bit crowded during the Easter holidays. The Dragon Bridge is one of the city's most iconic landmarks. Dragons are a symbol of Ljubljana and appear on the city's coat of arms. There are also quite a few legends connected to them. The city center is largely car-free, and it was noticeable that many people travel by bike. It reminded me a bit of the Netherlands. So before coming here, I asked ChatGPT what to eat in Slovenia, and the first option was this sausage. It's like a really small fast food stop, and you can get it like for $5.50 with some bread and sauces, and it's really nice. It's not like a full meal, but you can also order a full sausage, and it should be more filling than the half, but the half was rather okay, I would say. Interestingly, the Carniolan sausage has protected status. This means only sausages made in Slovenia following specific traditional recipes can legally use this name. Another thing you'll probably notice upon arrival is the castle. Ljubljanski Grad sits atop of a hill in the center of Ljubljana and has been a defensive stronghold since at least the 11th century. If you are in Ljubljana, you can visit this beautiful castle on top of the hill, and you can pay for the funicular or for the funicular and the castle. And if you are not really into like artsy stuff, you can as well buy tickets just for the funicular, because I feel like there isn't much of history installations here. There are some, of course, but the majority are more like different, cartoons, puppetry museums, and all the sort. You don't actually have to buy tickets to visit it, as there is a path that goes up on foot, although it involves some stairs and naturally going uphill. I'll show you the place at the end of the chapter. The castle hosts museums, exhibitions, and interactive displays, including ones on Slovenian history, medieval life, and art. There is also a virtual reality tour of the castle, which was fun. From the castle's towers, you can enjoy breathtaking views over the entire city, the Ljubljanica River, and even the surrounding Alps on clear days. If you're lucky, you might spot a big castle mouse as well. Despite its small size, Ljubljana has over 100 bridges, each with its own unique history and design. The Triple Bridge is a famous example of Plečnik's work. Additionally, Ljubljana was named the European Green Capital for its commitment to sustainable urban living, extensive green spaces, and pedestrian-friendly city center. planning a trip to Slovenia and wondering how many days to spend here, I'd say one full day is more than enough. We went for a stroll right after arriving and felt like we had already seen most of the city center. Of course, visiting the castle or museum will take more time. We are doing a day trip to Postojna Cave today, and it will be a day trip, a bus tour. I'm really hoping that everything will be okay, because you never know when you come to another country and book something. And this cave is supposed to give some context why there are so many dragons in Ljubljana. So I really hope it will be fun and educating and cool views. There is also some kind of castle near the Postojna Cave, so I think we'll be visiting it as well. You surely can come and visit the cave yourself, but if you don't want to drive, you can also book a tour to the cave. Many of them depart from Ljubljana. Our provider was To Do in Slovenia. The video is not sponsored by them or anyone, by the way. Postojna Cave is not only a cave. Postojna is also a town. We're already here. It's really pretty. There is a park nearby. And I think we are a bit too early for the entry, so we have some free time. And there is also a hotel over there, so you can theoretically also stay here. This cave is one of the most visited sites in Slovenia. Probably Lake Bled can also compete. So the Postojna Cave is supposed to be really big, about 25 kilometers or something, or maybe more. And we'll be visiting 6, as we were told. We'll visit some of them by train, and I think we will be allowed to walk inside too. And the cave itself is supposed to be pretty easy, so you don't have any gear to visit it, and that's why it's also so popular. Another cool fact that our guide told us is that the cave was visited by many famous people, partially because it's so easy to visit that you don't have to have any special equipment or experience. The tour should be around 1 hour and a half, and then we'll be coming back to Ljubljana, and I hope we'll be able to visit the castle above the city, because it seems to be a must visit in Ljubljana. One thing that you might be wondering is that how you should dress, because sometimes caves can get really cold. Luckily, in this cave the temperature is consistent. It stays around 10 degrees Celsius all year, no matter the season outside. So bring a jacket even in summer. Unlike the most caves, you don't just walk. There is a mini electric train that takes you deep underground. The train was first introduced in the 19th century, initially as a simple system where guides pushed carts along rails. As tourism grew, it evolved into an electric railway. This made Postojna one of the earliest caves in the world to modernize access in this way. The ride itself is part of the experience. Postojna Cave formed over millions of years by the persistent flow of the Lipica River, so the cave is a classic example of limestone erosion. Inside, the cave feels almost architectural in scale. Some halls are so large they resemble cathedrals filled with stalactites hanging from the ceiling and stalagmites rising from the floor, occasionally meeting to form thick columns. These formations grow at a nearly imperceptible pace, about 1 centimeter every 100 years. Which means what you see today is the result of geological processes spanning hundreds of thousands of years. cave provides a specialized habitat for unique species, most famously the olm. This blind amphibian has adapted completely to life in darkness and can live for decades without food. One of many reminders that this underground world operates by very different rules than the surface. The tour takes about an hour and a half to complete. At the very end of the tour, you'll visit one more special place, the world's only cave post office. Despite being underground, the system is fully integrated with Slovenia's regular post network. Once collected, the mail is transported out of the cave and enters the standard delivery system just like any other letter. visiting the Postojna Cave, we made our way to Predjama Castle. They are often visited together as a part of a tour because they are situated quite close to one another. The Slovene name Predjamski Grad roughly means castle in front of the cave, which is about as literal and accurate a name as possible. Predjama Castle is built directly in the mouth of a cave fused with a cliff face. It's one of the most dramatic castle locations in Europe and looks almost fictional. It's widely recognized as the largest cave castle in the world and is often listed in Guinness-related travel references. The history of the castle is almost as interesting as its appearance. Its most famous resident was Erasm Predjamski. He was a rebellious knight, sometimes compared to Robin Hood. Legend says he raided nobles and defied the Habsburgs from the castle. During a siege, Erasmus reportedly stayed supplied through a secret tunnel system that exists above the cliff. While enemies surrounded the castle, food and supplies were smuggled in through the cave passages. The most famous legend says Erasmus was betrayed by a servant and killed by a cannon shot while using the toilet. Historians treat the story as folklore, but it's the tale most visitors remember. The castle is spectacular too. Firstly, I was a bit disappointed, I would say, because it looked really plain, but as you go, you'll immerse yourself in more cave-like rooms, which are really cool, but there are also a lot of stairs, so you should keep this in mind and wear really nice shoes because you can easily slip there. Behind the castle is a real cave network with multiple levels. Parts are accessible seasonally, and the cave also serves as a bat habitat. Because it looks so cinematic, the castle has appeared in film, including Jackie Chan's movie Armor of God. If you're wondering whether to visit this castle and the Postojna Cave, my answer would definitely be a yes. I think these are some of the most spectacular places you can visit in Slovenia, but they also tend to be popular with other tourists. On our second day in Slovenia, we took another day trip to Piran with a stop at the Lipica Stud Farm. If you've ever been to Vienna, you've probably already seen these horses or maybe spotted them in movies too. The Lipizzaner horse, one of the oldest cultural horse breeds in Europe and the world, has been bred at the Lipica Stud Farm since its foundation in 1580. Today, Lipizzaners are best known as white horses. However, what we call white is actually grey. Lipizzaner horses are born dark, but they gradually turn grey due to a genetic mutation. If you want to visit the farm and learn more about the horses, you can do so by booking a guided tour. You cannot explore it on your own. Fun fact: the position of a horse's ears can indicate its mood. Horses mostly stand during the day, and they can even doze while standing. They lock the joints and muscles in their legs while resting, which prevents them from falling asleep or collapsing. The Lipizzaner horse has a lively temperament and is highly trainable, making it ideal for performing classical dressage movements. During the tour, guides share plenty of interesting facts, not only about the horses themselves, but also about breeding, dressage, naming traditions, and more. Lipizzaners are one of those most selectively bred horses populations in the world. Only specific foundation bloodlines are used, and breeding is carefully planned to preserve both tradition and genetic health. As part of the tour, you can also watch an official training session. Honestly, we expected a bit more action, but as we were told, these were very young stallions, still early in their training. The training process begins when Lipizzaner horses are about 3 years old and can last more than 6 years. During this time, they not only learn complex movements, but also develop social skills with other horses and build trust with humans. And finally, in the afternoon, we made our way to Piran. We came to the city of Piran, and it's one of the destinations that I saw on TikTok. Social media did its job, and we are about to have a tour, I think, with our guide, and then eat some good food, hopefully. The town sits on a narrow peninsula surrounded by the Adriatic Sea on 3 sides. Piran is often considered the most beautiful town on the Slovenian coast, and its history is closely tied to the salt production. The nearby Piran salt pans played a crucial role in the town's development. Even today, traditional methods are used to produce high-quality fleur de sol. If you think this place looks like Venice, it's no coincidence. Piran was once part of the Republic of Venice, and that influence is still visible everywhere. Its architecture makes it one of the most authentic and photogenic spots along the Adriatic coast. To get the best views, you'll need to climb a few stairs, but it's worth it. The most beautiful panoramic views can be found at St. George's Parish Church and the Piran city walls. A church has stood on this hill since as early as the 6th or 7th century. This small square is also quite special. In fact, European Film Academy declared 1st of May Square the first Slovenian treasure of European film culture. Piran is great, such a beautiful city. It reminds me a lot of Italy, and probably not only me. Or like generally there is a very prominent Mediterranean vibe and very prominent Mediterranean winds, as you can see, and I wish we had more time here. Piran is a part of our day tour, so there isn't much we can do here at this time, but I hope we'll be able to come again soon. Even though the town is compact, there is plenty to explore. You can visit the Lighthouse, Tartini House, the Venetian House, the Magical World of Shells, and much more. You'll also find great souvenirs in the city center, such as local chocolate shops, salt shops of course, and even a small market. Bled is one of those places you simply can't miss if you're visiting Slovenia. Luckily, there is a direct train from Ljubljana that will take you there in 1 hour. There are also so many day tours to Bled, but after our trip I can say that it's of course better to stay at least one night there and enjoy the scenery during less crowded hours like in the morning or later in the evening. The train station of Bled is situated a bit further away from the lake itself, but the good news is that you can take a bus. Buses can be a bit full because we are visiting Bled on the Easter weekend, and it seems like everybody had this wonderful idea. But you can also take a taxi. It's like around 20 euros. It's not that much probably, especially if you're a big company or if you can find some people who also want to share. And by car it should be around like 10 minutes or something, but In our case, it was a bit longer because of the some road works and also a traffic jam. So you just, especially like for the way back, you should consider this, because if the area is like really full, your travel time might double at least. So just plan enough time in advance. Lake Bled is one of the most photographed alpine lakes in Europe. Apart from the nice views, there are also so many interesting facts about it. For example, Lake Bled was created by glaciers and tectonic shifts during the Ice Age, which explains its distinctive basin and clear alpine water. You might have seen it on some screensavers or some, I don't know, wallpaper, digital things. It's really popular with that island in the middle of the lake itself. The cool thing is that you can actually take a walk around the lake, and it should take you about 40 minutes probably, so not very long, and it seems to be pretty flat. So it's like a perfect start of the day to take a walk here. And there are also a couple of viewpoints and also a castle, a castle on the cliff, and I didn't see it, or I didn't even know that it exists here. So we will see if we have enough energy to go uphill to the castle. But unlike many alpine lakes, Bled gets surprisingly warm in summer, often reaching around 25 degrees Celsius. Speaking about swimming, the whole area seems to be a nature reserve, and there is a dedicated place for swimming, so don't just go in the water wherever you want. Also, the lake changes color throughout the day. Depending on sunlight and weather, the water can shift from emerald green to deep blue. There are a couple of hikes near the lake that offer some elevation, and you can enjoy the view of the lake from above. Just to give you a heads up, the hikes are somewhat on the advanced side. This doesn't stop locals from trail running there, but it did stop a couple of tourists before the summit, including myself. we just tried to reach the viewpoint, and it means you have to hike quite a bit, and the path is a bit steep as for me, so we returned. But you actually don't have to go all the way up, because you'll get pretty much the same view probably like halfway. One hike wasn't enough for us that day, so we found another one. It was a bit more forgiving for me. You've probably already noticed Bled Castle, which sits on a 130-meter cliff. It is considered the oldest castle in Slovenia, with records dating back to 1011. Unlike many fairy tale castles, Bled Castle mainly served as an administrative and defensive fortress rather than a luxurious place. You'll also see Bled cream cake almost everywhere, so definitely give it a try. I wouldn't say there is anything extremely special about it, but it was still delicious. So we made our way to the top of the castle. It has a lot of dining options and shopping options, so it's not just a castle, and you can have like fine dining at the very top or something more basic at the bottom. As far as I can judge, you get pretty much the same view as from the hiking point, but the way up here felt a bit more secure, at least to me. So if you are not really into hiking or like steep hiking, you can simply choose to go up to the castle. The tickets are a bit pricey, around 19 euros per person, but you sort of pay for the view, I guess, and for some shopping experiences. Inside the castle you can see demonstrations of traditional Gutenberg-style printing techniques and even print souvenir pages. We got a magnet from there. There is also a wine cellar where you can bottle your own wine, as well as a museum about the region. So there is plenty to do and to see, but the main attraction is, of course, the view. Many rowing champions train there, and it's really cool to watch them. Lake Bled has also hosted multiple world rowing championships. As already mentioned, plan at least one full day there if you want to visit the castle and still have enough time to walk around the lake, because it's absolutely worth it. If you enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to subscribe and give me a thumbs up.